Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's TechBan, and welcome back to this dramatic reading of Order and Chaos by Tatsuo. Chapter 15, Line in the Sand. Sheogorath groaned as reality returned. His head felt like all the hangovers and Arbus history had been funneled into his cranium alone, and all his muscles ached. Despite the fact that head, physical brain, and muscles were all just magical constructs that such things shouldn't apply to. Ugh, he groaned, noticing a tiny echo to his voice. What in Slither's name happened? He brought a hand up to his head, only to flinch back from an armored gauntlet. What? He demanded in shock, seeing it fast enough that he had to clutch his head with both hands. I drink blood! He barked out as he lifted his faceplate of his helmet to vomit. Alright, that's a lot to take in at once, he thought to himself. My thoughts feel like Sheogorath, but I'm definitely in Jollylagg's armor, and experiencing physical sensations I shouldn't, including vomiting. Also, my head's been clear enough, despite feeling like Sheogorath, that my train of thought hasn't turned into a mongoose. Oh, and did Clavis and Saragween team up to turn me into a mortal again for shits and giggles? I hate when they do that, no matter how long it lasts. He gripped his sword, feeling the order power within it. Okay, still got my Daedra power. Not immortal. Also, not Sheogorath, if I have mortal power and not madness power. His senses alerted him of a massive spiritual imbalance in the fundamental fabric of reality, very close to his location. When in doubt, check the odd thing out, he mumbled to himself as he sat up, turning towards the source. A strange, chimeric creature hovered in midair, clutching a staff as he seemed to flicker in and out of existence as he watched. That creature! I know! My son? He blinked as the thought struck him. I have a son? Yes! That's my son! My son! My son! He clutched his head. If he's my son, why can't I recall his name? His eyes narrowed. And why is he flickering like that? Pretty sure that's important. Getting to his feet, he rushed forward and faced the creature. What he saw gave him pause. Inside the creature's eyes was reflected the image of an ever-crumbling tower. Chim! He muttered in awe. My son! He's attempting a psychic endeavor! But why? He rubbed his forehead. At least that explains the flickering. And why my memory spuddy? He's struggling to encompass all of Arbus within his sense of self, and he keeps slipping towards zero-sum. He closed his eyes, focusing on his memory, struggling against the pull of artificial, ontological terra in his own mind. He fought me because he wanted me back. He took the throne, so I'm Jollylag now. No, he fought to get me back, so I'm still Sheogorath. Or... He glances at his reflection in his sword, seeing Sheogorath's face there. He said I was still too cold and was fixing... Realization struck him like a lightning bolt. Mind of Jollylag, with logical thought and clear thinking. Heart of Sheogorath, who loves joy and believes in hope. He shook his head in amazement. He remade me of my pieces, making me whole. But where did the mad mind and still heart go? This is quite perplexing. For some reason, a gray face with green eyes and pale purple hair rose out of a nearby bush. You're quite perplexing. The face observed in a feminine, monotone voice before vanishing back into a bush. Narrator Note 1. That was random, Sheogorath observed, having chosen a name already for his new joined identity. Guess that's a good sign for my son. He slammed his fist into against a nearby tree. Sith left testicle! Why can't I remember his name? That's not good. Not good at all. His head snapped up as 14 portals appeared. Each of the other princes stepped out of the portals, all looking shocked at the sight of him. Well, they did think he was Jollylag after all, and they joined forces to best him. Only Clagavus Vile looked intrigued, glancing between Jollygorath and the boy. Hermes Mora, however, acted. Lunging quickly forward, he stretched his tentacles out towards, without even being aware if he was moving. Jollygorath leaped between his son and the Prince of Knowledge, sword flashing in the air like a thunderclap as the air ripping in its wake as the tendril was severed and banished from the realm. Himeris let an unearthly shriek, as that was as much shock as pain as he pulled back. Hermes Mora turned his baneful gaze towards Jollygorath. Jollylag, he spoke up, unaware of the change as Arbus was still in flux. You know as well as I that he does not belong in this reality. He never should have existed, and his presence hasn't done the order that Arbus is meant to function by. If he continues, all order, all knowledge will be nothing before him. Now, this is the only chance to act. If he is distracted from his endeavor, he will slip into zero sum, and none of this will ever happen. Zeeth! Zeeth? Zyth? Zink? Zyketh? Zing? Author note 2, narrator note 1. The assembled Daedric princes gasped at Jollygorath's exclamation. Though its meaning was deceptively simple, a name, the truth of it was far worse. To speak it to another was to proclaim that all of their works were nothing. That reality would have been better off if they never existed. That if the speaker could do so, they would make the one spoken to cease to exist through sheer force of will. For a Daedric prince to speak it to another, it was a declaration of all-out war to erasure. Hermoris blanched. You don't mean... I mean it, you bastard! Jollygorath snarled defiance. I don't care about order, knowledge, or order, or even Arbus itself. I care not if it leaves all of us mere puppets dancing to the tune of a mad true god. He is my son, and I won't let you lay one tendril on me, you slimy son of a bitch! Hermes Mora flinched back in shock, but snarled defiance. You think you can stand against me alone? He demanded angrily. Who says he stands alone? Clagavus Vile asked as he positioned himself between Hermes and Jollygorath's son. After all, this is the wish I granted. I want to see it play out. I'm not about to let my nephew come to harm because you don't know how to have fun! Saragreen snapped as he stepped up to Jollygorath's other side. We may not agree who is the mother, Nocturnal said as she joined the group. But we do agree that you will not bring him to harm if we can help it, Mildrast concluded fiercely as she followed. I'm not about to let you hurt my little bro, Azura snapped as she placed herself in the group. He belongs, Malakath snarled as he stepped up. I will not let you cast him out! You think we fear this alliance, Marinus Dragon snarled as he stepped up beside Hermes. This will be the end! Mephala, Molagbal, and Nemria joined him in silence. I've always wanted to hunt another prince, Hersign observed calmly as he stepped up beside Clavius Vile. This should be interesting. Hermes Moria turned to the remaining three princes, a commanding look in his eyes, as though insisting they join him. Both Ion snorted disdainfully. Just because I'm not on his side, he snapped as he jerked his thumb towards the chimera creature. Don't assume I'm on yours! He stepped back, staying neutral. He was the first to treat me as an equal! Pyrite snarled as he took wing, hovering over the group, defending. The rest of you treat me like I'm some sort of sub-creature! I stand with my friend! Femina walked calmly beside the creature. I stand with my mate, she stated simply, shocking all those listening. Jolligorath grinned at Hermias' stupefaction, seeing he didn't have the support he hoped for. As the world is in flux, this is still my realm, which means my word is still law here. And I say, he drew his sword, laying light glinting off it, you shall not touch discord! He felt something shiver as he slammed his blade point first into the dirt between his feet. You shall not pass! The entire of Arbus lurched, maybe inches, maybe feet, maybe hundreds of miles. At the same time, all reality seemed to chime with a bell-like tone. As everything swung back into focus, Jolligorath felt a paw on his shoulder. I've got this, Dad. Author Note 1. Maud turns to the readers. And now you know why I didn't exist before Season 4. Author Note 2. This is merely the closest any literary form can come to represent the actual exclamation. Thanks, Tatsuro! The true form of it cannot be recorded or comprehended by mortal minds. Squiggly here. Kudos to anyone who catches what book series it's a reference to. Well, I guess my narrator note just got covered in that one, so yeah, we're good there. And that's, as I say, a wrap. Another chapter in the book, and we get one step closer to this story's conclusion. We're about to hit the interesting stuff. The equestrian portion is about 4 chapters off, I want to say. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I believe. Yes. Maybe? I can't tell. But we got some great stuff coming up. I'm not looking forward to the challenges chapters because I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to have to learn how to read something backwards. Thanks for that one, Tatsuro. Other than that, thank you so very much for joining me and enjoying my work. If you get a chance, like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know how I'm doing. I feel like while I do the emotional portions very well, when I can get into these characters and really sort of drive home what they're saying, I feel like I do my best. But unfortunately, my voice work is a little still. I'm not a voice actor by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm trying just to make the characters recognizable at this point. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I'm doing an okay job, a bad job, or if I need to quit my job and do something else. In the meantime, folks, my name's TechBan. I wish you all good luck, good hunting, and safe travels. See you in the next one, my banditos.